Is this real? I think it's real. Okay, I've been having some difficulties connecting, but I want to welcome you to our 26 to 26. This is Becoming Her, and it's a time and a space for us as women, but really this is targeting single women because that's my heart, that's my passion as a singles pastor. Just really strengthening the hands, the heart, the feet of the single woman to say, no, we're called to thrive. There's so many things that God has in store for us. We don't have to wait. We can become now. We need to prepare now. Preparation precedes promotion. And so for the next 31 days, including today, we'll have a guest joining me live on Instagram Live, and she will share how she became her and sharing tips and tricks and just some golden nuggets that I really believe are effective for everybody. But really, this is my heart is for the single woman. So today we're thrilled to bring on Ivette Osborne. She is not only my co-author of Don't Be This Girl, a book that we launched about 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, but she's also a health coach. She's an incredible health coach. She's walked this journey. And so she's not just talking the talk, but she's really walked it out. And so I'm excited to bring her on. She's on here now and she has requested. So let's bring her on here. But we will have so many incredible women in her 26 to 26. It's called 26 to 26 because it started December 26th. And there she is.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Merry Christmas.
I'm great. Merry Christmas.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. So I'm so excited. Thank you for being our first official guest on 26 to 26 Becoming Her. You have overcome so many obstacles, and just seeing you thrive in who you are in your business, your personal life, with your family life, your ministry, your book writing, all of these things. And none of these things that we do are like, oh, we just happen. They're just happen to happen or they're coincidental. No, right? It's like, no, you had to do some things to make sure that these things happened. And so I know what you're going to share today will be incredible. Yvette will be talking with us today, and it's just conversational, but about act now. I love that.
Short and sweet, honey.
Well, talk to us about act now. We want to hear what's on your heart.
Yeah, so definitely those words, right? It is very short and sweet. And I wanted to make it intentionally about that because, procrastination is a thief in our lives.
Wow, that's
And
good.
we always tend to wait and see if, the perfect time I have to be prepared. And you and I both know having launched on December 25th and December 26th, there is no time to wait. The
Yeah,
year is over.
yeah,
2026 is here. So
yeah.
we need to act now. But it didn't, like you said, it didn't come just like one day I woke up and I said, "Hey, I'm just going to do this." No,
Right.
there was a lot of preparation, but not letting procrastination set in because you want to be perfect or because
Mm,
you know uh, someone else you might see has something better, or you don't
good.
know how to use, Canva or other things on social media that, that make everything look pretty, but
Right.
don't wait. So act now, especially when it comes to what we're talking about, is health.
Yeah.
And not just health from the outside appearance, but health from the inside, from your mind and from your heart. And so that's kind of where we are launching um, our program as well, because we are faith forward. We want to really teach everyone out there, single
Mm-hmm.
women, married women, midlife women, which is kind of
Right.
my wheelhouse right now
Yeah.
because that's who I am. I'm
Yes.
going through the midlife changes. So what better way than to bring that faith forward into these programs so that we are getting healthy from the inside out, because that's
Yeah.
so important.
I love that. And you did launch a program. Was it December 26th as well?
Yeah,
Talk to us about that, and then I want to dive into just some more, like, continue to unpack act now, because I think that's so crucial. I think you're right, and procrastination is a thief. I think that is so, wow, like, yes, if we could just capture that and understand what that really means. How many things do we procrastinate? And we just say, oh, tomorrow, tomorrow, later, later, and then a whole year goes by, Yvette, and we haven't done anything, you
it's
know?
so true. It's so
Yes.
true.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
talk to us
so
about your challenge and what your program and what you're doing as well.
yeah, so what we're launching is many of you have known me for years, and some of you, this is the first time getting to know me.
Yeah.
So I have been in health and wellness for the past like 8 years, specifically with nutrition, but really since I was 15 years old. I
Mm,
have been struggling with being the chubby girl and this and that. And I wanted now in midlife, with all of the things that I've learned throughout this time, now I wanted to provide something that made sense for midlife women.
mm.
And it's really not just midlife women, but that's, like I said, where we're at right now. So we are launching an app. So the IPO app, Yvette Osborne app. And we have a program within that right now that we're starting with called Rooted and Restored.
Okay.
So it
Wow.
is the Rooted Woman method. So we are definitely going faith forward because, a lot of the times, not only the procrastination, but we're thinking about, uh, you know, what are we going to talk about? And do we talk about God?
Mm,
And it was like, well, who are you? And so I knew, and even that download coming in saying, no, you are this person. So this is how we're going to launch. And we're going to launch a faith forward midlife reset
love
program
that.
on an app. And we're going to have an amazing journal for everyone. And so I'm super excited because I finally get to be the real me and
I love that.
explain exactly how I'm getting through this season in my midlife.
Wow, that's so good. So how long, I mean, that message is so important. And, again, because this is a space for women to hear, to be encouraged, to be inspired. And, there's so many ideas that women have, and then we just sit on it. We just sit on, we don't do it. And it's like they'll share it with me, or we'll share ideas. And it's like, that's so good. And then that's it. They just stay with just that, an idea. But, one of the many things I love about you is you take that idea, you make it a reality. How long did you prepare from the time this idea hits you and you think, oh, wow, I need to do this? How long from that time before you actually launched what you launched yesterday? And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. That is the scary part, and you guys are going to be floored on this one because of all of the preparation
Yeah.
in life, the preparation of coaching others and going through these processes. Uh, I got the download, and it was act now. It was either you're going to do this now, or you're going to spend a whole nother year trying to figure yourself out, and you're not going to
Wow.
help anyone. And that was the
Wow.
biggest thing for me is my passion is to help others get through it, to understand, to get more knowledgeable, just even in the Bible and how our faith really works together with that. So when that download came in, it was about a week. And
Wow.
I got to working. I put everything else aside. Mind you, Christmas is coming up. We had to travel from Arizona to California to go be with family and come back. But we had to make those boundaries so that I had time to work diligently on it day and night until I could launch it. And so and it felt good because the procrastination wasn't holding me back. Now the passion's coming through. Now everything that I've been working for the past at least 10 to 15 years is now coming to
Yeah.
fruition because I just did it. I just acted now. I wasn't afraid anymore and I didn't care what anybody else thought. And that was really, really important for me because we always get stuck on, who's going to think this if I post that? And I even told my family, hey guys, sorry, but this is going to be a lot of posting about this new launch. So if you don't want to see me, snooze me for 30 days, whatever you got to do. But we're getting it
Yep.
done. And I cannot wait to help people.
I'm so proud of you, Yvette. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your yes. And I'm just so proud of you for forging forward and understanding and knowing. That's the thing. Sometimes things will come at us when we start moving forward, and it can be from people we love, it could be from our closest friends, from our friends from the longest amount of time. It could be, not just peers, it could be family. But I think what you're saying is so good, letting them know, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at. If you don't want to watch it, snooze me. But, there's voices that come, there's negative voices, negative feedback, naysayers. And sometimes those will get in the way of us as women moving forward in what we feel, like we're supposed to do. And so, when you look at the Bible, I remember, just as you're sharing that, what's coming to mind is a story of Jesus ready to speak to Luther Kumi, to a girl, a young girl who had died, which his daughter, like, arise. And they began making fun of him because he said, well, she's not dead, but she's sleeping, and they're laughing. And what does he do? He puts them out of the room. And I think sometimes when it comes to these types of things, these sacred moments, these sacred projects, we've got to put people out of the room, and whatever that looks like, whatever shape, form that looks like. And that's exactly what you've done. But we can't stop just because people say, or what will people think? Sometimes that even gets us even before we step out. So
Yeah.
how did you move past that? Okay, it doesn't matter what people think. I'm going to put my hand in the plow. Like, what are some of the things that you do to get past that point, even the mental thoughts that might come and start trying to pull you back from doing what you need to do?
Yeah. It was the quiet. It was just listening and being quiet and spending time with the Lord. So every day I'm in the Bible, every day I do and listen to sermons and things, but I wasn't really spending that time down on my knees, like, Lord, help me figure this
Mhm.
out. What is the wisdom? What is the timeline? And we could be the worst ones talking us out of things.
Mhm.
And that was it. It was like, because you've always heard, like, who's going to listen to you? What are you doing now? How many businesses are you going to have? And it's all negative, but yet it was about the time with the Lord. It was about
Yeah.
getting down on my knees and just saying, I'm done. This has to happen. I need to help people because I
Yeah.
know what I was going through and I didn't have any help. And I was like, wait, there has to be a way. And that was the way. So it was quiet. It was being very intentional and also just praying off anyone and any spirit that was coming towards me. Don't tell me I have to be somewhere. I don't. We need to make our boundaries and we need to make them about what we've been downloaded with.
Mm.
It has to be, if you hear something. And I'll be transparent. 2 years ago, I think it's 2 years ago, the Lord said, start a nonprofit. Okay. So I did a couple things and there it sat
Mm.
because I didn't know anything about it, because I didn't put the time intentionally in to figure it out. And
Mhm.
this time it was quiet, it was prayer, and it was doing the work.
Wow, I'm taking notes, so forgive me for looking down. I love this, but this is so huge. I think, again, we can spend a whole year with the idea and not doing what you just said. You can listen to teachings and this and that, but now you receive this download from the Lord. And now how do I go about doing it? Drop to your knees. I know sometimes people think, oh, well, I guess I'll just have to pray about it. No, that's the first thing we should do. And that's the best thing we can do. Recently, my sister did a teaching on it. She co-pastors a church in Wisconsin. It was powerful. Just talking about the power of prayer. Really, that's the most important thing we can do. It's not the last. It should not be the last resort. It should be the first resort. It needs to be the first. And prayer changes things. The effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man or woman
Hmm.
avails much. And we underestimate the value of prayer, speaking out the word of God, getting on your face and getting the wisdom and download from the Lord. And once you have that, now you got to run with it. You've got to
Right.
run with it. And that's what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. And when we worked on our book, we were intentional. We sat down, you guys, we put our calendars together and we said, when can we meet weekly? At what time? And we would literally, that is not a time that we can do anything else. And I think even with personal projects, we need to guard our time and be
Hmm.
intentional about scheduling the time to start building it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And don't worry about, what family is going to think. And, for us, when we were doing the book, even, my husband and
Yeah.
my job as a wife and putting that aside for a few hours to be able to spend the time on the book. But if you explain what it is you're doing, what your passion is, where it's coming from, if that person, regardless of who it is, does not understand, then put that person somewhere else for a second because and
I'm
thank the
sorry,
Lord
honey.
that Kyle did.
He did. Your
And he
husband was
was helpful
amazing,
in making
actually.
dinners and all the things so
He
that we could get
was.
our stuff done. But we just have to know who is important. Who is that one person that we really need to be accountable to? There's
Mm-hmm.
only one.
Yeah, thus saith the Lord. I love that. That's so good. And as you're talking about this, and for those of you that are watching, you go, gosh, well, I'm married. I don't know that my spouse would allow me to do that. As you're sharing this, Yvette, I'm just thinking, what was beautiful about our time writing our book with Kyle is he was invited to be a part. Like he was not co-authoring with us, but he was invited to be a part of the process, a part of the project. That was, in a sense, that was his contribution,
And
you
he
know
loved it.
yeah, that's
Loved
so
it.
good.
It
Yeah.
was it was cool for him to be part of something so creative because
Hmm.
that's not his normal thing. And so
Hmm.
it was really cool for him to see that.
I love that. So good. Well, so you've talked about prayer, getting quiet, being intentional, falling on your knees, setting boundaries to protect the thing that God downloads to you, and that sometimes we are the ones that get in our own headspace. But I just think some of those things that you talked about, especially when you say you realize this is your passion, then you need to pursue that. And for
Hmm.
some people, maybe they work full time and they say, well, I work full time and I'm a mom and I'm a this and I'm a that, and I don't have time for the passion. I think we do have time. I think there's things like TV or social media. You just have to turn it off, and or just doing things with people. And I
Hmm.
remember this year, 2025, was that year for me with the third book that I finished, which now I feel like I'm supposed to turn it into a screenplay. But I remember saying no to so many things, so many invitations that were saying, "Oh, come do this. We're gonna," and I would say, "I'm so sorry, thank you, but I can't do it." And I had to set my boundaries, and I let people know, hey, this is what I'm working on. Like the one thing God is asking me to do this year is finish the book. So if I don't finish the book and we go into 2026 and I've disobeyed and I procrastinated, and it's again, it's just that guarding what you're supposed to do, putting those boundaries, and it doesn't feel good. I mean, there were lonely times, there were times where I was crying. I don't think we're saying like, oh, this is easy and yay. No, I mean, I'm FOMO. Like I'm missing out on fun things,
But it's worth it.
but
It will
it's
be
worth
worth
it.
it in the end. And I know that we're talking to a lot of single women here. So that
Yeah.
was one thing also is being single and having more time for your
Mm,
passions and for the things that the Lord has downloaded in your life. Because
good.
once you're married, yes, there is a different job title that
Yeah.
comes with that.
Yeah. It's
But
good.
knowing that you're picking the right partner also that they're going to be
Mm,
open to the creative person, the passionate person that you are. So
wow.
it starts in the beginning, ladies. We have to, and any gentleman that
So
might be
good.
listening, but we have to find out who we are,
Yeah.
Number one, what we love, what our passions are, how we're going to be part of the church, how we're going to come out into the, to the world, who we're going to show that
Mhm.
we are, and find a person who loves you for that and who's
That's
not going to
good.
try to close that door when you get married. That is not marriage.
Wow, that's
It
so
is
good.
it is open. So, you single women out there, take advantage of this time to really find yourself, to find your
Mhm.
passions, and then act now on those things.
Woo! Yes, girl. That is so good, Yvette. That's so good.
I'm telling you, the passion is real right now. Like the Lord is like, let's go.
I know, but we got to run with that. Is there anything else that you want to share? Because I think you just left us with like literally, it was like you loaded the base and then boop, like home run. Grand slam right in the house, you know? But is there anything else that you would want to share? And then I would love for people also to go visit visit Yvette's, not, don't just visit her profile, but follow her. If you're single and you've enjoyed this conversation, then follow us also at She Is Single, She Is Strong. And yay, even 3 follows, because Yvette and I co-wrote a book together 2 years ago called Don't Be This Girl. You guys, it is a great book. We hear so many powerful testimonies from women that read this book. Even my nephew was reading it. He was reading his girlfriend's. He goes, Aunt Cindy, this is so good. He's 20 years old. He's like,
Wisdom.
I need this book.
That is wisdom.
Right. So I think, follow us on She Is Single, She Is Strong. If you're a single woman, then join that tribe. And tonight we'll go live on our YouTube channel and I'll be praying. So daytime, it's Instagram live. And then nighttime, it's prayer for the next 31 days. It was 32, but now today's 31 days. But Yvette, is there anything else that you want to share or leave us with before we wrap this up? And what you've shared has been so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you guys don't be afraid. Just spend that time, intentional time. And like Cindy said, even TV. I
Mm-hmm.
will let you guys know, we actually spend almost 6 hours in front of the tube sometimes.
Woo!
Six
Wow.
hours. Can you imagine what you could do with 6 hours?
Tell the truth.
And and also a little tip that has helped me throughout my day, because we do have the book, we have what we're just launching, and I have my husband's business that we are also launching,
Mm.
and we just moved. Cindy and I both moved.
To other
there
states.
there's a lot of things happening, but my number one tip for all of you listening right now on how do I do the thing? How do I be intentional about the thing?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, take 30 minutes. Your little timer on the phone, take 30 minutes for each one of those things. If it's 30 minutes for time with God in the morning, it's 30 minutes for your
Right.
workout, it's 30 minutes to prepare great meals, it's 30 minutes to work on your passion. And get up in between 30 minutes. Keep getting up. Go get a drink. Go get something to eat. Don't just sit there, because your body is not going to like that. Your body is going to be like, I'm done. So 30 minutes, it
Good
has
one.
been something just great for me to get all of the things done and still honor my body in the process.
I love that, friend. And you're speaking to me, because I'll have to say, and you're being transparent. I'm going to be transparent. So this past year, after moving to Tennessee, I want to say I've dropped 25 pounds. And this was hard, but I had to be intentional. I mean, it was like the cornbread, the pimento cheese, the biscuits and gravy, the pancakes.
Mm.
I mean, Southern food is real, y'all, and it is so good. But I just saw myself going, bloop, 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 like just going up. And I said, okay, Lord, we're done. We got to be done with this. And so I jumped on that and just really had to grab that part of my life by the reins, but where I haven't succeeded is now the workout, and there was a season where I was just doing it, but it's like I feel like I'm supposed to do P-Volve, which that's a whole other conversation,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and elliptical. And you're speaking to me when you're saying 30 minutes. I feel like that's doable. And when you're talking about the number of hours people spend per day, average number on social media is about 2.5 hours a day, just scrolling. 2.5 hours wasted. You could be
Mm-hmm.
writing, you could be
Yep.
launching your blog, you could be setting whatever it is that you know in your heart you want to do,
Refinding a man.
finding a man, starting your business. I mean, all working out, you know what I mean? All the things. And there's so many things. What can we do? 2.5 hours a day, two and a
Yeah.
half hours a day. What can we do? But so for me, it's speaking to me because it's like, okay, well, you got 30 minutes where you can get your shoes on and go out for a brisk walk or jump. I love elliptical, but it's
Yeah.
just that idea of, oh, so thank you because I am publicly committing to jumping on the elliptical at my apartment complex at least 30 minutes a day for maybe 4 days a week. I can do 4 days a week. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. Because when you say
Yeah.
30 minutes, it's like, Cindy, that's
It's
doable.
not daunting.
Right. That's doable. So thank
Mm-hmm.
you for that. You just,
Yes.
you're speaking me to me, girl.
You're welcome. And there's going to be more tips and things like that on my app as well. Workouts, little things that you can do at home. I'm a big believer of doing it at home and not
Yeah.
having to spend money somewhere else unless you
Mhm.
want to, unless you need that. But definitely doing it at home and just
That's good.
really easy tips that we can get healthy with.
I like that. In here, Audacity, which is Cynthia Zuniga, who's an incredible creative, she said, we can all do 30 minutes. I'm going to do this. And Yoli, me too. Thank you. I mean, this is so good. You're just giving us practicals. I think sometimes it sounds so overwhelming because you see this big picture, but you forget that it's like, when, how do you, that one question, like, how do you tackle eating? Not that you would ever eat an elephant, but it's like one bite at a time,
That's right. Hmm.
and I think sometimes we just see the elephant and go, oh gosh, it's so big, I can't do it. And it's like, no, you're reminding us today. And thank you for that. It is doable, 30 minutes a day. And so come on, let's go, guys. We got this. Yvette, thank you so much for coming on here, girl. You are loved. And I'm so proud of you. Just, you are a go getter. And,
Thank you. Thank you
things
for having me.
yeah, things have come at you, and I see you forging forward in prayer, in unity with your husband, and a lot of us here that are on this, are still waiting for God's best for each of us. But you're such an example. The two of you are such an example of what can be when you wait for the right one. And so I just want to say thank you. I just love and appreciate you so much, and thank you for coming and just giving us your nuggets of gold, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. And I
Hitting out
love
of the
what you're doing.
ballpark.
This is so amazing. I can't wait to watch the rest of them.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Well, everybody, Ivette Osborne, do go follow her on social media. She's an incredible coach. She has a lot of wonderful wisdom on health and just taking care of your insides. And also, she's launched her app and her program. She launched it yesterday as well, which we had no idea we were doing this. It was like, what? You're also launching something on December 26th. So
We are nuts.
we are nuts. We're in sync, and I love it. Wonderful. And for those of you that are single, hop on over to our She is Single, She is Strong Instagram and join that community. We have some wonderful things coming up. And also, we're going to invite you to join our book Instagram, Don't Be This Girl, as well. So, Yvette, thank you. And everybody, have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's with the lovely Rachel Caban. So we'll see you all tomorrow. All right. God bless you
Thank
guys. Have a
you.
blessed day. Thank you, Yvette.